very famous book, The 5 Love Languages, and you've taken the concept and tweaked it a little bit for the workplace in a book called The 5 Languages of Appreciation in the Workplace. That's a very hot topic these days with millennials in the workplace and Generation Z coming aboard. Talk to us about what those 5 languages are.
Yeah, so they're actually the same in name as the 5 love languages, which my colleague Dr. Chapman wrote, and then he and I worked together on the languages of appreciation. They're words of affirmation, so saying something positive to someone, quality time, acts of service, tangible gifts, and then even physical touch, which is always an interesting discussion in workplace relationships.
Yeah, for sure. Let's drill down on a couple of those to express genuine appreciation to coworkers and employees.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes leaders have misconceptions about showing appreciation in the workplace. It's not primarily about making people feel good. I mean, that's a nice sort of secondary effect, and it's not that everybody has to do it sort of all the time. Which, work is about work. But we do know that when team members feel valued and appreciated, good results follow. And so words of affirmation, we've had 185,000 people take our online assessment called the Motivated by Appreciation Inventory. And 46% of the workforce choose words of affirmation as their primary language. So it can either be, oral, just saying something, thanks, but to be very specific about what a person does and why it's important, or, writing them an email or a note. And it's the easiest to do. I think we're sort of acculturated to do it, but even though it's the most common desired, it's still less than half of the workforce. So quality time is the second one, and that looks differently for different people, especially generations. In the past, there was a saying, people don't leave a job, they leave a manager. Right. That's less true than it used to be because younger employees really value collegial peer relationships, and so quality time doesn't necessarily they just mean that they want just time with their supervisor, but actually more so they like to hang out with their friends, go out to lunch, maybe get together after work.
Right.
And when that happens, they feel included and valued.
Sure.
Acts of service is not rescuing a low performing colleague. It's more about doing something that helps make their day or week go better.
Why is it that you think that some business owners and employers don't show this kind of appreciation often?
Well, I think sometimes they try, but they have a very limited repertoire of behaviors. It's sort of like telling people thanks or sending a group email, way to go team, we met our goals for the quarter, or maybe throwing a party, for to celebrate something. The part that really doesn't work well is employee recognition programs. We know that most 85 to 90% of all companies and organizations have some form of employee recognition, but in the time that those have grown, employee engagement and job satisfaction have at best stayed level, and actually recently have gone down. So they're not working because they weren't meant to do that. They're not supposed to help individuals feel valued. They're more about rewarding performance.